Round one. Fight.
Morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Having a good little cup of coffee in the morning. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about a hitbox I had ordered on AliExpress. I check out these like leverless controllers a lot on AliExpress. I'm a big fan of my Snackbox Micro already, but sometimes the deals that I see on AliExpress, I gotta check out a bunch. I've checked out so many of these even before that I bought the Snackbox Micro. I had these. So one that came across my eye was a DOIO leverless controller on sale. It was called the KBGM H06 Mini. Placed the order and unboxed it. You'll see this video right away. Not exactly what I was expecting, but play the clip here. What's up, guys? Gibby Gibbertson. And today I thought, because I can't stop buying hitboxes, that I would actually record this one. For the sake of, you know, sharing my thoughts and my opinions first thing. And today I got this DOIO H06M or something mini. I'll put the name right here or something, you know. Yeah, because their naming convention's crazy. This one I actually haven't seen reviewed anywhere yet, so I'm very intrigued. There was a crazy deal on AliExpress and I had to jump on it. I'm already very happy with my snack box, so, but you know, if there's a player 2 nearby, or I'm just a freak and just have way too many of these, so I'm gonna open them. I'm gonna open it up. Doesn't seem like there's really a nice way of putting it. Clearly it got mishandled in packaging. As you can see here, this box is messed. Even it came in bubble wrap and everything, and it looks like it still had a pretty heavy impact, so let's see what's actually inside. Alright. This. And, okay. It's pretty straightforward. Open it up here, and we got ourselves foam. Good start. Oh, looks like the hitbox. We got, ooh, a nice threaded USB-C cable. That's what I like to see. Threaded cables are the shiz. Like these. These are awesome. An Allen key. So I guess these are all Allen key stuff. Okay. But that's good. That's good. I have a bunch of Allen keys. So nice. Is that it that's in here? We got more foam. Got nothing under the thing. Not anything over it. So this is just the hitbox then. Okay. Okay. And here we go. Dang. I will say right now, this is not the hitbox I ordered. This is actually the bigger version that is more expensive than the mini that I ordered, but okay, this is what came in. Interesting. All right, so okay, I guess this is why it came in a little bit cheaper. So what they showed online was that it was the mini edition, and I got the full-size edition, H06M. Interesting. Well, that's that then. I want to do one test real quick, and that is my KBD test, is because Hout42 seems to fail this test quite often, so I'm just going to do it. I don't know if you can hear these buttons. They sound pretty good. Nah, my noise canceling's too good for that. It's too good. So, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, so wasn't exactly the H06M Mini, but it was in fact the H06 Pro. And we can see that right here. Check this out. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this, but this wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I personally wanted a little bit of a smaller hitbox. That being said, I was pretty happy with the size of this, where it's still small. It's still small, but the width of it is a little bit wider for your legs. You want to use this on your lap. I'm usually like a desk player, so it doesn't really matter right now, but if I was to go take this at a tournament, this would probably be a little bit nicer on my lap. Snack box micro is still totally fine for me, but for people that, you know, want to open their legs while they're playing, yeah, it's not really ideal. So this is a little bit wider, so you could get a little bit more use out of it. Thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Now, I can talk a little bit about the pros and cons, because for the last couple weeks I have been playing Tekken on it, and I also every Tuesday go and do a Tekken Tuesday. You can go check that out on the Gas Station Network. Put a link down there where it's an open lobby with a bunch of people. But yeah, I have practiced with this quite a bit and have seen some pros and cons. So I guess I'll start with some of the pros. One thing, I love this this LED back is really cool. The fact that you can take this wheel and adjust the brightness or change the color just by the flick of this is pretty cool. The fact that it's a wheel is a little weird, but yeah, and you can just turn it off by pushing down, and it's immediately there for you. It's pretty cool, and you can flicker through a bunch of animations. So kind of neat there. And then you also, of course, get the LEDs at the front. They're pretty hard to see with these keycaps, but they are there. And they have LEDs on either side, like RGB cap on either side, as opposed for the Hout 42 ones that just have it at the top. And it's harder to kind of like see the RGB with just one versus the two, but the keycaps kind of ruin that. So, that being said, another pro is the keycaps. I gotta say, these things are really smooth. At first I was like, they're a little rough on the edges, but the fact that you can just like slide like this and you don't have to worry about keycaps or switches popping out is really nice. Yeah, they did a really good job at clicking the switches actually into the case. So these aren't coming out in any way. And they also are a little bit deeper into the metal enclosure, so really low profile. I have shadow hunting switches in them now, and like they are like right to the metal enclosure. So yeah, it's pretty hard to get that cap or the switch to even come out. I honestly have to take the pack off to get these switches to come out. So pretty awesome job there. These switches or caps are not coming out while you're playing. I've had that happen in a couple hitboxes, and terrible. Another pro here I gotta say is this metal top. These are awesome. It adds some additional weight to it, and the paint finish on this top. I don't know how to show you this on camera. It's not really gonna show up, but it's kind of like it's like a matte textured finish to it. So like it's not showing finger marks, nothing like that. Like I can't get it to show any sort of sign of like wear or tear. I've been using it for a couple weeks now and it still looks exactly the same. So good job on the finish. It's awesome, especially for a metal top like this. I mean, unfortunately, right, you can't put artwork. You're not going to be able to customize it. Maybe you could put some stickers on the back, but I mean, instead, you just get a cool top. Cool looking top. So if you don't have a lot of imagination, you don't know what artwork to put in there, it's a beauty right here. I will say, yeah, with these switches that came with it, they were really good. I have one left here because I ran out of shutout hunting. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little bit more raised than the shadow hunting. But they are still pretty nice. They have a little bit of a resistance to them that I didn't actually like that much, even knowing they're red switches, but they feel really good for just standard red Gatron switches. Kind of awesome there. I think it's the enclosure, honestly, that makes this feel so good, because they're just regular red switches. But then I put in the shadow hunting, and they're awesome too. Like they're ideal. So I would say if you're gonna get this thing, definitely switch out for shadow hunting. But it's pretty good. But I mean, that leads to another pro, is that you can literally put any switch into this device that's low profile. So if I have like Gatron switches, I can use that. If I have V2 Kale switches, I can use that. If I've got V1 Chalk switches, I can use that. You know, somebody wants breakdown on some switches, let me know. Maybe put it in the comments or something, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. But yeah, you could really test out any switch you want in this device. You're not locked to a certain type of switch. Seems to be a common thing with a lot of these leverless controllers. It's either Kale or not Kale, V1 or V2. You're doing Gatron, or sometimes you're just getting this weird red low profile Cherry MX switch that is not compatible with anything. So it's cool they give you all the options here. Other than that, I mean, that's kind of the pros here in a lot of situations. Now, I will talk a little bit about some of the downsides that I didn't like this over my Snackbox Micro, and why sometimes I still use the Snackbox Micro over this. One thing for sure that I've been really worried about trying to update anything on here was the firmware. Historically with DOIO, and what I've heard from other people that have purchased these products, is that firmware updates just brick the device almost. And you have to know exactly what pinouts are what in order to remap it properly. So just buyers beware that the firmware on these devices is a little weird. I personally did not update it. I just left it at 7.9 for the GP 2040 firmware. I think we're on 7.11 now. So if you do want to update, just beware. They're doing their own stuff on these devices. So if you do update, that might not be in there, and it might screw up the device. It works just a plug and play, ready to go. But if you want to update or make any adjustments, buyer beware. I didn't do it myself, and I don't know if you should. The other thing that I kept running into, especially on Tekken Tuesday, was the turbo button. And you can see it right here. It's literally right by button 2 on Tekken. It's 2. But yeah, like, I ended up constantly playing online matches and being like, why isn't my buttons working? And then going and looking that the turbo had activated itself on button 2. So my finger had just slipped onto this turbo button and immediately activated turbo on 2. So just another little note. I couldn't find a way in the software to actually deactivate this turbo button. So if anyone knows, feel free. But yeah, you go to the pinout and it's actually one of the buttons that you can't turn off. I figured, okay, well, maybe the Mini fixed this, but I think it actually made it a little worse. It puts the menu buttons over here, but then your start and select is really close to your directions. So I would be worried right away that you would be hitting start or select during your gameplay. That might be rough. That might be a little rough. So yeah. But I did like one thing out of the Mini that sadly you don't get on this device, is with the GP 2040s, if you want to play on PS5 or Xbox or whatever the case may be, you need one of those like little adapters. Now on here, you just put it on the top, or I believe there's 2. Nope, there's just 1. So the one at the top here, you just put the adapter in and it should work PS5 support. Go to the GP 2040 just to enable it and it should be good to go. But on the Mini version, what's really cool is that on the back, they have an opening, like just a complete opening in here for you to put the dongle inside the device, so you never even have to worry about it again. And it was kind of the big reason I wanted to get the mini. So unfortunately, it's not in this device, but really cool that moving forward they are doing that. So kudos to DOIO for like hiding those. I think they're really annoying. And I've especially like playing tournaments and those kind of things, it is actually frustrating in an offline setting to have them like stick out and be all weird. So cool that they put it inside the device actually. Yeah, so I mean, conclusion, I'm not gonna talk a whole crazy amount of detail on this thing. I mean, in conclusion, you know, I did get this for a very good price. So if you can get this cheaper than, let's say, the Halfie 42 U12 or U16, I would say this is a great option. Just, yeah, the firmware I would be careful with. The Halfie 42 is easy to update. This thing, it's a buyer beware on that. So if I do update it after this video, I'll leave a comment saying if that was successful or not. Just because I was scared to even do it before making this. But yeah, if you did enjoy this quick little run through of it, feel free to hit the subscribe. I'm going to try and do this a little more often. I have quite a few of these, so you know, maybe I'll say some other things about, you know, ooh, Snackbox Micro, or maybe the I even got the dual pad in here and stuff. So yeah, there's also the light there too. There. But other than that, hope you guys are doing well and have a great day ahead of you. And yeah, until next time, stay cool. Peace.